No! No! So the same everywhere I go. Like wherever I go. No! Look at you, motherfucker. Whoa! Lame man, fuck. Gosh, you got a party, do I want to go? I'm like, let me think about it real quick for a minute. No! Nah, sorry, I don't really fuck with you dudes. I ain't coming in with these fucking new shoes.
Go, yes, sir. Episode 50 of the Twin City T.O.N.Y podcast. Yo, we got 100 bucks,
Episode 50, everyone.
yeah, halfway to 100. And you haven't, please subscribe on iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. Greatly appreciate that. Alright, I go by the name of T.O.N.Y, aka Twin City T.O.N.Y. If you're not following me already, follow me at Twin City T.O.N.Y. I got my co-host Big Wiz with me.
Yes, sir. You can follow me at Big Wiz 612.
Yeah.
That's BIGWIZ. No H. Don't cheese with me.
That's right. Yeah, we got a special guest. I know I say that before every episode, but like we really do have a special guest in the building today. Goes by the name of Prof.
Hey, stop out in the building.
Prof, thank you for joining us, sir. Yeah, where can everybody follow you, man?
Shit. Can I swear?
Yes.
I swear. I don't care, man. You can Google me. You can follow me. You don't need to. I don't know. You can. You can't. I don't care. I'm usually Prof Gampo, PROFGAMPO places.
Okay.
Some places on my Google. Is that still pop off? That Google one?
Yeah, Google's still popping.
What is it? Google Plus?
Google Play?
My Google
Google
Plus
Plus.
is no. I don't know. I'm on Twitter mostly.
There it is.
Don't follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Or IG.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There it is. All right, man. So, yo, Prof, let's just jump right into it, man. I like to get the backstory because that's really interesting to me because everybody sees like where you are right now today, but obviously it wasn't overnight. I'm sure it was a grind. Nothing was handed to you.
This guy knows it.
Yeah.
I do.
So let's take it all the way back.
All the way back? I don't know how far back it goes. I mean,
Born and raised, you from?
Minneapolis.
Yeah, South Side?
Yeah.
Yes, outside's in the building.
All right. Did you go to South High School?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
South High.
That's where I started rhyming.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to hear about. When did you
I started
start?
rhyming at South High, probably like sophomore year.
Okay.
And I was running. It first started when I was running for the track team, because I was super skinny. I was just naturally fast as fuck. I didn't even like running.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I'll do this shit. So I was on the track team for a little bit, and I was just like, we were doing some warm ups, and it was like kind of like army drill shit, and I was just start freestyling with some friends of mine, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then and then it was like we gonna start a band, man, and we did a bunch of shit that didn't, it was really bad, and then I've always kind of been an artist and like kind of could tell the difference between bad shit and good shit, or what I liked or what I didn't.
Yep.
And then I started I was with a band called The Blend with Toussaint Morrison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was with that for a while. I was with a band called like Agent Orange with another white dude from the north side, Tim Shea. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, I was doing a lot of I've been around for a while. So
I caught wind of you early.
with Ross, probably.
But with the drunk shows you guys used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they used to do these shows at the Nomad, and he probably was doing this thing well before this, but when I caught wind of it, they were selling out the Nomad every week. And that, at the beginning when up-and-coming artists, that's fucking 300
big
people.
deal. Yeah.
It is a big deal. And they're literally people out the door not making it in, though. Like, it was more than selling out.
Yeah.
And what was the whole concept of it? You wouldn't perform until the crowd got you drunk, or how did that work?
I think we wouldn't start. Well, the concept was we'd be just in the club, just with everybody.
Yeah,
So
just
and
partying.
then like you'd buy me a drink, I would have to drink it, and so 300 people there all buying you drinks
Oh,
and
these guys
shots
were
and
puking
shit.
on stage and shit.
Oh, the show didn't start until Roswell threw up.
Wow. It was amazing.
And so the first drunk shows were at the Dinky Towner, and we sold those out. But then like the Dinky Towner closed down or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And then the third one was at the Nomad. And I don't, like, last thing I remember being like, oh, I think it's time to start. We were so drunk. I couldn't get on the stage. And I remember someone, like, rolling me on to the stage. And I was, like, on my back like that. And then I was completely blacked out. And I don't remember any of the performances or whatever. And then the next day on Facebook, there's pictures of me, like, with my dick out, my ass. Like,
Nice.
I took my pants off and I went crowd surfing. In the crowd. And I was like, I saw that on Facebook, or someone posted some shit where it's like I just saw my ass, and I was like, nah, I think this gotta stop.
And you know what?
I gotta keep my life. You know what I mean?
I do remember before that, because I remember you battling at the Nomad. Not the Nomad, the Dinky Town. Excuse me.
I was battling a bunch because I've always been like a smart motherfucker and I would clown people. So like,
I think he beat Zach.
Rap battling was like my shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so I almost made it to Scribble Jam one year. Okay. And I lost to Ski or something like that. But I won a lot. I won a lot more than I lost, which is cool.
You remember, like, what was like you remember like one of your epic battles that you had? Like, what was somebody who you went against and was like, wow, like that was really dope battle?
I don't remember a few.
There was a lot. There was a bunch. I don't know.
Shelto, I think you went against Zach, Big Zach, one time.
Big Zach, we charged an admission to come in.
Yeah.
He beat me the second time or something like that. And I went in. I was thinking it was still freestyle because at that time we were doing still like. It was all off the top, and he came in just like he prepared for weeks, and I was like climbing super fast, and I had juice, and I was like, whatever, I'll see this dude, you know, like.
Right.
And then it was a setup, and I was like, oh man, and then he just had lines. And I had a couple punch. I reacted like, oh, talking about some jokes that was written and shit, and then but everybody like, oh yeah, but then after those go, and he's got this juice, you know, he just came prepared, and I was like, oh, this is gonna change.
Yeah.
Oops. I can only, I guess, join for so long.
Okay.
Whatever.
So good.
Yeah, I remember that though. But the drunk shows were wild, crazy. But yeah, Prof, like you said, he climbed fast, man. Me and Bones were doing our thing. I think you lived down the block from my parents' house, or you had a friend down the block on 20th, right by the golf course. Roz lived down there. Okay.
Roz lived down there.
My mom lived on 41st. That was 42nd. And then, yeah, my boy Dylan, I went to high school. Shout out to Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan picked him up. Like, I got this kid, man. He's the one. Watch.
Well, I had DJ Scars as my manager, Ashanti.
Yeah.
Who then worked for Rhymesayers. Now he lives in San Francisco. Yeah. But then so he was my manager and my DJ for a while, and then we did some wild like little Midwest tours. Went up to Canada and like trying to tour on our own. Like I just had a stack of money in my kitchen drawer, like. You know, I was buying and selling my own T-shirts and just taking the money whenever I needed it, like. Right. You know, and he would help me out with that, and then he had to leave, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna leave you." I was kind of salty, but he was like, you know, he's got kids and he's got some other shit to do, and then he introduced me to Dylan and Mike, and then that's kind of like the beginning of Stop House.
Okay. So that's where Stop House originated.
Stop House was Interlock.
Interlock, yeah.
Really?
Okay.
So Dylan was managing Zach and a couple other people. I think Slim.
Yeah.
A couple other people back
Zach,
then.
Slim.
I think Noah B. Traditional
Methods.
Like
Shiz. There was a lot of
Sarah
motherfuckers
White.
on
Yeah, Interlock was crazy.
Interlock had
Carnage was even on Interlock.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There was a lot of motherfuckers on Interlock. And so then
Bone came up with them.
So then I was like, ooh, I'm joining up with Interlock. I was like, you know, super respectful because Interlock was OGs to me, you know what I'm saying? So, and then
Cancer.
And then first show I did with Interlock as like the announcement or whatever. We did a show called Interlock Lives at
Caboose, wasn't it? No,
Interlock Lives. We sold it out like pre-sale and shit. But it was at Triple Rock.
Triple Rock, okay.
And then that was the last show Interlock ever did. And then I'm like, I'm happy to be there, and Dylan's like, we gotta break this shit up. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I don't want to be known as a dude who just signs with this fucking label and now you're gonna break up the whole label. I like fought that really hard because I didn't want no drama with any Interlock cats.
I remember when all this was going down too.
But they all understood. They knew I had shit to do with it. Like I really didn't. I honestly not only did I want to be cool with everybody and not be like the asshole about it, but like I honestly thought it was a bad business decision too at the time. But
because like you said, Interlock was one of the first labels.
Fuck, he's fucking with how he sounds like. Let's see what the kid's head's at, you know. And he was just like, he's a bright, shining young man. Like the dude's smart as fuck. Yeah.
He's super talented and humble.
Yeah. And he's ready to learn shit.
You know, if he don't know you, he's very reserved.
Yo, if he does know you, he is a fucking clown. That dude's funnier than I am, like hands down. Like
he's a mess.
We put him on tour, and I'm like, man, he's just gonna be kind of awkward out here because he's all quiet or whatever. But like, this dude is so fucking funny. The loudest, funniest motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't even see, because I've met him a few times.
I didn't see it. He was already signing my label and everything. I've known him, and we've been good friends and all that. But then he was on tour a while, like 2 days in. He started doing impressions and like hopping out the van, doing crazy shit. And I'm like, yo, you, like, he
brightened up the tour, right?
Yeah. He was like a key.
Man, morale.
Yeah, he was a key dude on the tour.
Wow.
That's what they say. You really don't know no one until you go on tour with them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Real shit.
for sure. So Casanova came around. So he's been working, obviously.
Yeah, he's gonna have a record out soon.
Yeah, when is that?
I think tomorrow, the next day, we're gonna have one of the final meetings. Really listen to his record. His record's been basically 90 to 95 to 98, back to 90% done, like fluctuating for a while. We're just gonna try and hammer it out.
So sometime before the end of the year, you think we can get a Casanova album? You thinking, or after the new year?
I would say before, hopefully.
Before?
Nice.
Okay, that'll be dope.
It's really hard finishing a record. I'm sure y'all know. Like like once you have like 15, 16, 17 songs, you want to put them down, and then you got to mixing them all. And like the final touches take so long. You know, especially since it's his first record, and we're like letting him kind of do it himself. Like a lot of these final touches, like I don't want to get my hands in over like executive produce anything. You know,
Right.
I've had meetings and advice and shit, but the final touches, like he wanted the record to come out in August, and you know what I'm saying, weeks turn to months. Like you know, it happened for my first couple. And it still happens when my record is basically, I feel it's done. It still takes months afterwards to have it be like completely ready to go.
Yo, what's Prof's creative process like? Like when you're in the studio, like take us through that.
It's changed. Like when I first started out, really started making good music, it was just getting fucked up and like in the studio, just late night, you know, into the morning, and like just singing along with friends and shit, and just writing high, you know. It was really good for me to start. Now it's like I'm by myself. It's this might sound lame, but it's how I do it, and it's fastest I've ever written. The best I can make music is right now, by myself, sober, like after a cup of coffee in the morning. Sit down at my desk, play some shit, and I'll still kind of do it the same. Like I'll work on like 10 songs at a time. Like I don't want to sit down for a 3-minute song and just write it from front to back, write it. Like I'll go in. Oh, this isn't inspiring me right now. Click, that's out. Next session, come up. Ooh. You know, and I'll freestyle a lot. Just record it, and I'm listening to it, and I'll just have a handhold mic, and I'll just kind of spit game over it, freestyle over it, melodies over it. Minute I lose inspiration, next one, and I'm just like constantly being fresh over and over again to a new song. So that's why, like, recently, you know, if you listen to my songs, like, they're changing up so much. Like, I'll come back to something, then I'll look at it. Okay, I got a chorus and a 16 bar, and a chorus again, and start an 8 bar. And I'm like, you know, this 8 bar seems, this flow seems similar to the first. And then I'm like, now I'm bored. Let's like crack it on its head, and now I'm gonna freestyle and do something else on it. And I just like, you know, I'll just come back to the canvas and throw, oh, this needs some yellow, wow, and then I'll come back to it and look at it again and be like, oh, that yellow sucks, and cover it back up or whatever, and I'll work super fast like that.
Well, that's dope, man.
Well, now, are you freestyling most of it? Are you writing stuff down?
Well, I'm doing both now, because I started to freestyle most of it, and then I would like lose a session or something like that, and I don't, you know, that happened on this record. I'm like, fuck. So the minute I'll freestyle it, you know, I'll save, and then I'll kind of write along after I've done it like that.
Well, now, do you freestyle it just to get the cadence, and then you go back and write and fill in the words, or are you actually keeping those freestyle?
Both.
Okay.
Dope.
If I'm really on point, I'll be freestyling cadence. I'll be going in with cadence first. Then I write for cadence first. Before I used to just write like bars and metaphors and punchlines first. Yeah. Now I'll do cadence first. But then now, if I'm really on point, like I'll just be going in there doing cadences, and then my freestyle will fit along into them. That's if I'm like really on fire. But then a lot of it would sound really bad if I would open up a session for you right now. It would be just fucking gibberish. Yeah. It would just be cadences and melodies and shit like that. And then I'll go back and like, oh, that sounded like I said this. And then I'll just put that word in there and base that 4 bar off of that word.
That's
and like,
dope, man.
I'll do it like that.
Everyone's
process.
It is.
Word.
Splashing.
It's taken a minute to evolve to that. Like,
true.
For like 10 years of my writing, it's all been the same. And in the last 5 years, it's changed. It's pretty fast.
I've seen similar, like working with AG. He used to spit a bar, take a bar off, spit a bar, take a bar off, then come in on the second track and fill in those other ones. Not writing though, just with ideas, and I was so fucking overwhelmed. Like, you can do it like that. I just thought there was, when I was young at it, you know, I thought there was one way to do it. 16s, 4 fucking vocal tracks. Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
do what you want. There's no rules.
I'm not like Jay-Z good when it comes to freestyling. Like,
and he's the same way.
Sometimes I'll only, you know, when I freestyle, it'll be. Sometimes it's only like a bar. You know, sometimes I'll do it really well too. But I'm not like, oh yeah, and then I'm about to lay 16 over. It's not like
right,
that. You know,
right.
You know, So I would be totally shook if I was in some big studio and they're like, oh, go ahead and there freestyle. Like, it would be a different thing. It would be a very like I can freestyle, you know.
Right.
And I can rhyme bars for forever. You know what I'm saying? But the way I really want it, with melody, cadence, and you know the rhythm and shit.
Yeah.
A lot of times that's first now, and my freestyle will suffer just so I can get those things sounding really, really good. You know, I can go in and freestyle over a fucking 90 BPM beat all day and make a 3-minute song right now. You know what I'm saying? But it won't be spicy and colorful to me. You know?
Yeah. What producers are you working with right now?
I'm working with this cat from Milwaukee. His name's Jordan.
Okay.
He goes by Jordy Bangs.
Okay.
And I work with Willy Wonka.
Yeah, shout out Willy.
Shout out Willy.
Shout out Willy.
Yeah.
He's wild too. You brought a lot of energy out of him.
Yeah.
I watched him come up with Mac Irv, and then since he's joined with you guys and shit, man, his personality is really shine. You guys be clowning on those videos, man. That's just fun.
He's funny as fuck. Yeah,
Right.
he's wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, his live stage presence is the shit.
We have flies in here. We had
crazy.
a barbecue yesterday and left the doors open. So
What was the question? What were we talking about?
We're talking about producers.
producers.
Oh, Curtis King out in San Bernardino and shit. He's like he's caking up off of his YouTube.
He's like, yeah,
videos.
I know from YouTube. Yeah.
I'm like, can I get a beat these days? He's like, man, I'm making a YouTube video every day. Like,
Right.
I'm that's my shit now.
Yeah.
So.
He got some heat though. Yeah, he's got some heat.
And then what's the new Topper Atwood?
Yep.
He's got some Casanova beats.
Okay.
So I'm seeing. I think he's got a couple on my new record that I'm working on right now.
Okay.
And yeah, that's mostly it. I have like 5 or 6 I like to go to.
Word. So you're already working on a new project? Because
Yeah.
Pookie Baby just came out. Stay working.
I'm trying to finish a record before I go on tour next month. Like straight up.
Okay.
This was the first record that I ever saw money from, really.
Yeah.
Like all the rest of it just been going back in and just surviving.
Right.
And this one, I'm like, even though it's not big, I'm just like, you make money off this shit? Whoa! I'm like, let's go right back in the fucking studio. Like, how much time do I have where I'm this hot? Like, who fucking knows? You know what I'm saying? So like,
strike while it's hot,
I'm like, well, damn, I got paid. Like, I've been doing music. Everybody, I mean, almost everybody doesn't really get paid off music.
Right.
It's just been, and it's like, kind of like, it's hard. Like when I found out I could get paid, it was like a breath of fresh air that I found out. Like, wow, I can get paid for it, and I was totally reinvigorated again. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
dope, man.
I've always done it for the love, and I'll continue to do it for the love. But then to figure out that like there's another element on this where like
Find your
you
strategy,
do,
your
yo,
bag,
you made money off this, dog. You want to go do that again right now? Like,
Right.
oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
I'm right back in there, and I gotta do it. I gotta work as much as I can the next 5 years before, you know what I'm saying, I go bald or gray or fucking, you know, fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah, word. You gotta take advantage while you got it, man. For sure. So what are you thinking, like, first quarter of next year? You gonna drop?
No, I mean, when you hand it into Rhyme Slayers, it's at least 6 months.
Okay. So maybe like next summer.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do it within a year. I think I released Pookie Baby in April.
Do it
Or was it
before
May?
April.
I don't know. You know, May, June would be cool, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's all rough. I haven't even been in. Tomorrow is the first day I'm gonna start recording vocals for the record.
Okay.
I have like 10 rough tracks right now.
Any titles yet? You don't want to get those out yet?
I don't know. I don't know shit. The songs are there and they're good, but I don't. Going into Pookie Baby, I knew it was gonna be called Pookie Baby, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one's more of an extension of that. Like it's more similar to that. So like I don't know what to call it now. Like Pookie Baby 2. You know, I don't know.
Can we talk about how did you get your situation with Rhyme Slayers? How did that come into fruition? I know you were working with Ant.
I was trying to get signed to Rhyme Slayers like everybody was back in the
Right.
day and shit. And I was like, well, fuck them, you know. They didn't sign me. So basically, I just got too fucking famous for them to be like they're dropping money now.
Right.
Because I sold out Caboose Outdoors before I got signed number 1.
Yes.
really?
We were on that too.
Caboose
Thank you-
Outdoors won.
Thank you for putting us on
That was history.
That was huge.
So that was 4,000 motherfuckers, right? And that was before I signed to Rhyme Slayers.
Yeah.
So then I was on tour with Murs at the time, and I'm in Dallas. And I get a call from Slug like, hey, or maybe it was from Sadiq. One of them like, yeah, you want to talk when we get back? And I remember at this time I was like, too bad you passed on this pussy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on my own shit, you know.
Right.
And I didn't think it would work because like I was wilding, like, and I was making party music and all this shit was so like conscious and shit. And I was like, I honestly, first couple meetings walking in there, I was like, listening, like, what the fuck? But you know, Sadiq is like that reputation that Rhymesayers has just was because of their artists. Like he let the artists, he's always let the artists do their own thing. So he's like, man, I would like to expand. If you want some different shit, like if you want, I'm like, it'll change the way Rhymesayers looks and feels. You know what I mean? Like, and he was like, I don't care. Like I'm artist first. Like, and I want to change how it looks and feels. You know, like it's only conscious because that's how all we have right now is that's what we work with. Like, you know, artist first. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want 100% creative control over fucking everything. Everything I put out, I want to, you know, like, you can't tell me shit. I mean,
right.
You know, and I had some
but
weird...
that's how you created your buzz anyways, is being the full
And
creative.
you gotta trust me, and I don't want to be shelved or anything like that, so
right.
we had some weird clauses in the contract, like, you know, what to say goes, like, and I was like, for him to prove it, I was like, the first single that we released, I got my single, and it was almost like a joke, so I played it for him, and it was like, this song's called The Reply. It's on YouTube or whatever, and it's just basically, suck my dick, I'm the greatest, fuck you, bitch, I'm the greatest. You know, and it's just like the most obnoxious, disgusting fucking song ever.
Right.
And like, I was like, let's enter in and totally trolling your whole fucking fan base. And what do you think, me having that be the first fucking track? And he's like, let's do it. And I was like, whoa.
So then you were like, okay.
And then he released it. Then I was like, man, was that a good idea? Because then obviously I got a lot of hate, but it was probably coming anyways. You know?
And you know, I was gonna say I have literally watched his whole come up, and that was a very proud moment. You know, the signing of Rhymesayers. So was the Prof Outdoors. But my proudest Prof moment, you know, I consider you a little bro. One of the family from our neighborhood is the situation with the Minnesota Timberwolves, because I know how much of a fan you are. And when I seen you, bro, at like opening day and that music video and you on there and then you performing at a couple of half times, it's literally, bro, like calling friends from the hood, like, yo, you see Prof? Calling Chair Jordan, like, yo, you see Prof? Like, you made us proud with that. Like, that's any artist or anyone's dream as a kid growing up watching these kids to be involved. How did that come about? Like, you being involved in the promotion of the season the last couple of years, the halftime events and shit. That's dope, though.
It's this dude Chadwick. I don't know.
Fan of your music?
Yeah.
Did he reach out to you?
Yeah, I think Mike. He just emailed me, you know, and he's like the, I don't know, fucking.
Did you shit yourself when you figured it out, or?
Well, then he took us, like, the first thing, he's like, I didn't really know how big of a deal he was. I don't know his title. He's like, I think he's, you know, marketing got the number one dude, you know.
Right.
Okay. For entertainment.
Did you see that? Were you aware of that?
Yeah. And so
shit's big, dude.
And then he was like, let me just have you out. And it was like a practice when Cat first got signed. And his first practice had it open to the public, whatever. He's like, why don't you sit on the scorer's table or whatever? And I'm like, what? So I'm sitting on there like Levine and shit. They're all coming up timeout, sitting like on my lap and shit. You know, I'm like, oh, this dude's plugged in. Like, plugged in. Yeah. He's a barber. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, I was like, you want to work? And he's like, yeah, we're going forward, you know. And then, it was Martyr started playing my music, or not Martyr,
Mardigan, yeah.
Mardigan started playing my music during the halftime and shit, and then I made a song with Mardigan about the Timberwolves, and he would play that every halftime.
I hear those.
So that old one. Now I made a new one that came out last year, but I had an old one that was rocking for like 5 years, and then Chadwick came hollering at us, and
that was big, bro. We were excited for that. That was huge.
Yeah,
that's any artist's dream, to be connected with your professional team. Come on now.
Yeah.
That halftime show.
Take notes, people. That's huge out here.
That's amazing. Yeah, one thing I was gonna ask about you. You mentioned Prof Outdoors because I saw you put the video out about this year. Is that this might be the last Prof Outdoors, or at least the way you've been doing it.
Yep.
So is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you're gonna downsize it or
upsize it?
Upsize it.
Downsize, upsize, sideways size.
It's gonna be different though.
Yeah. I mean, like, so now that I'm starting to get paid and being like, I've been a professional rapper for like 5 or 6 years and shit. Like, my brother Mike needs to get paid. Like,
right.
So he's in his prime of his life and his earning years and shit. And we're like, we can't. He's been spinning his wheels on me for fucking a decade and shit, working for free. So like, this dude needs to get paid right now.
Yeah.
And so he basically works. Prof Outdoors is like a big. It takes months and months and months.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And he'd been working on it for free, like, and he was like, dude, I put in $300 at least every Prof Outdoors. Wow. You know, and as a grown man his age and shit, like, he should be being at least getting paid $25-$30 an hour, and so, like, you know, that's like fucking $10,000 of fucking, you know, so, and it costs like 40 G's to rent to open the doors. And
Is
that's
that
with the small stage, and we have the big stage that we need, and like it's like the
Is that with
economics
artists and
there.
everything?
No,
That's
no,
that's
dog.
just-
That's to open the gates. That's to like
that's
have the
to get
police
that-
there. Like there's
right.
a permit you need with the city and shit. Like, and then the artists are fucking
Yeah, whatever.
obviously, and then it's like the economics like don't make any sense. Like if you can go there, if you're big enough where you're touring and you're like self-sufficient and you don't have any openers and you fucking if you can just go there and just sell it out with a snap of your fingers and not need to put on a great show, and then maybe it makes sense. But for us, and the amount of money we put into like props and even practicing and like the lights and
Right.
fucking the story
It's a
that
big
goes
deal,
behind it
bro.
and shit.
Yeah.
It's like we don't make any money doing
That's
it.
some historic shit you did with that.
Yeah, we don't make any money doing it.
Do you think it was good for marketing though for you guys' brand? I mean,
Yeah.
the city loves it.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a baby sound set, to be honest.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is, man.
It is.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mike. That's my guy.
Yeah. So we gotta figure something out. We're not exactly sure. Like in that amount of time, like I could pay him for real to make a record or to with me or to promote a record or to like we can make 2 or 3 music videos or like in those 3 months or whatever I can make half
Right.
a record. Like what other creative shit can we do? You know.
No, you're right.
So
Well, shout out to you for doing that. And
I don't know.
enjoying-
We might keep it going somehow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be maybe a different place, or maybe we don't do it and we do something else that's just super creative. It's just
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's whether you do it or not. I mean, you had a crazy run with it. I mean,
You
you
did,
sell it
yeah.
out every single year.
Yeah,
like
5
people
years
anticipated.
And
they're
to reach
looking
back
forward
and,
to it.
and give the cats that were popping in the city a platform
shine, right.
and a spot to shine. Like I said, I appreciate you letting our squad do it the first one.
the first one, man. We
You
had
gave
no
me-
idea what we were
You
doing.
gave me and Martyr and Aqua and Bones a shot, and we got a nice slot too, and it was Evidence and Killer Mike and
Run the
LP,
Jewels.
right?
That's dope.
Yeah, it was a dope.
We got Run the Jewels before they knew it was Run the Jewels and
Yeah.
shit. We were so lucky. I don't
It
know.
was dope, dude. And it was Evidence and Alchemist, I think. Was
Yeah.
Alchemist was
Maybe
there.
Fashawn. I don't know.
Fashawn, yeah, you're
Was
right.
he?
It was.
Oh, so yeah.
They all kind of go together.
Yeah, that was that first year was like, who are the people we know and can we ask for like how many favors can we ask for?
Right.
Because at that time we were doing. I sold out. I had some juice, I sold out First Ave twice in a row, 2 nights in a row, and I was like, okay. And then that was Slug's slot, like for his birthday show or something. And then he called me like, it was not even a month up to the date. He was like, I gotta cancel this thing, like, and it's it's expensive to do that kind of shit, and or who's he gonna give it to, or does he have to pay his
Right.
fee? He's like, you want this show? I'm like, what? We're Caboose? Like, yeah. And we looked it up. It was like 4,100 cap. I'm like, obviously I can't. I'd never dreamed I would sell it out that first year. So
Right.
we just hollered at our most famous homies or our homies, most popular homies, like who would do it for the cheapest, like, and just to see because we were in trouble. We knew it was expensive to it was an expensive
Right,
show and shit.
right.
Everybody came for dirt ass cheap, and like we sold it out. It was crazy.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Amazing. That's crazy, man. Yo, one thing I was gonna ask you, Prof. Obviously, like you're a household name, especially like around the city. Does it get weird now when you go out? Cause like
yeah,
I would imagine you get recognized everywhere you go,
yeah.
right?
I'm turning into a hermit straight up.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it back in the day. Like, when I was doing like the Dinky Towner shows, or even like selling off the Fine Line, and even like maybe First Ave and shit. Some free sandwiches when I was college age and shit. Like now it's like, it's like. It's whenever I heard like stars complain about how famous they were and shit, you can take the fame for real. Like I want the money and the safety and security. Like
Right.
everywhere I go now, every single gas station, every single grocery store, every single restaurant, every single time I'm out, every single time, 100%, at least 1 or 2 people come up to me, and that's not just people just watching.
Or noticing, that's people that got the
So
balls.
like I'm in the grocery store still at Cub in the hood, like on Hiawatha and Lake, and then like ordering my shit, and sometimes like I don't know, like what if my people are looking at what I eat, what if my credit card goes bad and shit,
Right.
like everything. I'm just like I'm like, man, this is just not natural. Like, some people tweet me, oh yeah, Prof ate healthy. I saw the veggies you were eating in line or whatever, and I'm just like, and then when you see that shit happen like all day every day for a couple years, like I stopped really drinking as much just because I didn't even want to go out. Like, so.
Yeah, I can imagine because like even like with me being on the radio, it's not like that, but there has been instances where like I'll leave a restaurant and then somebody will Snapchat me, hey, I just saw you eating that, whatever. I didn't want to say anything because you were with your girl, but nice
Yeah.
to see you. And I'm like, the fuck, that's weird. Somebody's watching me eat.
It's unnatural.
Yeah.
So like I lived most of my life as in the natural order of people minding their own business and shit. That's nature. Like it's unnatural for one person to just like to go navigate their life that way now. Like I don't know. It's just weird for me to even like people come up to me like crying and shit. I'm like, oh, that now this don't make any sense to me because I know I'm not a big deal, and then someone's coming up to me crying and shit. And so then I'm like, okay, well in my mind, then this is all fucking a facade. This is like, if I meet Jay-Z now, he's a normal motherfucker because if she's crying over me, then Jay-Z's a man, he's human. You know what I'm saying? So like that just kind of snapped all my shit. So it's just weird for me when people like come up to me and like treat me different because it just doesn't feel, it's just, they just don't know that you know what I'm saying? Like I fart and shit. And you know what I'm saying?
You think you'll always live in Minnesota?
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't moving to LA and shit. Or New York. I'll always
He's
live
too
in
big of a
Minnesota.
Minnesota sports fan, man.
Oh, yeah.
Prof is die hard. That's one thing about him.
Yeah.
We always got into good sports debates and shit. They gave me shit because I was a Lakers fan too, but
Yeah.
he's die hard. I give it to him, man. Hands down.
Vikings, Timberwolves, Twins?
All that.
Twins fan? Or
No,
It's hard
I
being-
was a
it's hard
Twins
being
fan
a
my
Twins
whole
fan.
life. My whole life, and I was like back, you know,
Kirby.
Kirby, all that shit. But like once Joe Mauer hit, like, and you know, God bless, it had nothing to do with him. It was kind of just the timing. Like, just losing baseball is just.
Yeah.
I can, who's gonna sit down
dreaded
and
season.
just sit down in front of the TV, especially, and just like watch 3 hours of losing baseball? Like, fuck no,
You
no.
can't.
It's the way the sport was. I mean, when I was a kid, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, like I would just sit and listen to the radio and shit, be like captivated for some
Yeah.
reason. I'd be looking through my baseball cards, studying fucking
Stats and shit, yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck was I interested in that? Like,
I know.
now when I got this Twitter and
Right.
shit, you know, like baseball's just dying. I think just in general.
I agree.
And you know,
It's a slow game. It's slow.
show me you can win, and I'll jump back on. Like that's why I won't be mad at like
But you
bandwagon fans. I'm not mad at because what else? What other job could
It's
you
tough.
provide a horrible product and expect people to buy that shit? If Subway started selling sandwiches that smell like shit, they couldn't fucking be mad at you for not wanting your sandwiches
Right.
anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like,
never thought about it
so
that way.
so
That's
I don't
weird.
feel bad for being like, sorry, Twins. Like, if you improve your game, I will watch in the playoffs, and I'll get my heart broken in the playoffs. That's cool. I'm
I
not.
agree, and I like that you said that, like bandwagon, because it's tough being in a city where the teams don't provide winning seasons.
So I'm not gonna be mad at anybody else if they're like, oh, I don't follow them this year because they suck. I'm like, well, I will. Like, especially the T-Wolves and the Vikings. Like, I'll watch losing seasons,
too.
and I'll, like, but I don't expect anybody else to go through that heartbreak. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do. Well, we've been through it so long, man. When we
It's
get
the
a little
worst.
glimmer, though, it's so great. Like the catch last year with Diggs was like, oh my, that was my greatest moment.
shit. That's like 9/11.
I know.
Everybody remembers where they were and shit.
Oh my god!
I was on an
I lost my
airplane.
voice in 3 minutes.
Dude, I was on an
Calling people,
I was on an
screaming.
airplane, and I was like, this fucking game's over. I was like, we were about to take off. I'm looking at through my phone and shit, and I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, put away your devices. I'm like, oh, so mad. And then some other guy goes like, you know, everybody's kind of trying to sneak a peek, and I'm like, I'm already kind of, all right, I'll take off my device. And the guy goes over there, and he's like, he knows I was watching, and he's like, look, they did it. And I'm like, I know they did it. Like, I thought he was talking about the Saints.
Right.
I'm like, I know they did it. Yeah, whatever, you know. And you know, he goes, look. He shows me like a live look, and it's like Diggs like going like this. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I put up my phone, everybody's like, ah! I scream out loud in the plane, and everybody's like quiet. And then I'm like, oh shit! Like I couldn't help myself. I was like, ah! And the plane was like, what? I was like, they won! And I stood up, I was like, they won! And then the whole plane stood up, and everybody, like, the plane was delayed, so, like, people started checking their phones and shit.
Yeah.
And opening
That
stuff
was
back
crazy,
up.
man.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I called like 12 people and lost my voice in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes in my house, and I think I smoked 5 back to back to back. It was crazy. It was so much emotion, man. Being such a fan, and
I was like, finally something went our way.
Right.
Finally something went our way.
Yeah.
exactly.
But it only went so far.
Yeah, we still made. I
did,
had,
though. It was
I
good.
had 0 expectations last season for the Vikings. I didn't know who our quarterback was going to be.
Me too.
You know, we didn't know who our running back really. I mean, Dalvin Cook, rookie. Yeah, we didn't know Murray coming off of an injury.
Yeah.
No expectations. So for what we did last year, I was happy with that.
How you feel about him this year?
I think we got a good squad. Yesterday was a tough loss. What's a
Tie.
tie? It was
Loss.
it was tough, but you know, at least they didn't win, I guess.
That's real.
I mean, a tie
fought.
in Lambeau is a win.
Yeah, and
like,
we fought.
We came. It's like 60-40. If you tie it over in Lambeau Field,
It's tough to win in Lambeau.
Well, we came back though and fought, and it showed that money we spent on Curry. He looked like he's got that drive in the end of the game, and our receivers were fucking elite in that last quarter.
That fourth quarter was
it was dope, man.
Yeah.
Treadwell.
Minus Treadwell. You're right. That killed me, man.
Yeah, I'm like, you know,
Carlson's gone. We got Dan Bailey now.
Cousins will spread that ball, and if he's open, he'll give it to you.
Yeah.
He gave them the shot. So like in basketball, it's like if you're on the court and you're open, shoot the fucking shot.
Right.
Always shoot. There's your confidence. It's on the coach to take. If you're not making it, then you're out. You know what I'm saying? So
Treadwell dropped.
Cousins was like, you're out there. You're getting the fucking play.
Yeah,
you're getting the ball.
Yeah.
But now, if you keep dropping the ball, or you intercept that interception and another drop, like, well, you know what? Like, Cousins gave you the ball. He did a job, but now you didn't. So you gotta come out.
But Cousins looks good. Defense looks good. I love our coach.
Yeah.
We got a lot of pride in our city. I think the fans are ready. We got a nice new stadium. When are we gonna see Prof at the halftime show at the Vikings?
I don't think the Vikings fucking. Although one soundset like a couple years ago, I don't know who, a couple of offensive linemen like Sullivan and like it was like 2-3 years ago. I'm not.
You know what? I remember that, man. That was like 2016.
Yeah, they all came
it was
in
the
my
year when you were in the
the
big raft. Yeah.
They all came in my trailer. They're like, "Oh, what's up, Prof?" I'm like, "What? Oh shit, you know what's up?"
That's dope.
And then they just drank straight up in 5 minutes. They drank a whole 175 of my Jameson. Oh, another shot, and they just pass it around like that. It was right after my set. I mean, my homies probably drink when I'm on stage, but I had none of it. When I got off, it was probably 75% full. And then I was like, yeah, let's all do some shots and like another round, and they pass it. Then they start passing the bottle, and it was like those big motherfuckers. They just left. And I was like, this shit is empty. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well, shit, they're like
some
400
athletes.
pounds, man. You know, a couple of shots, and they don't even feel that.
They went through that liquor athletically. They fucked it up.
That's crazy.
Yo, one thing I wanted to ask you about. You remember the first time you met Jimmy 2 times? Because he told a funny story when he was on here.
Yeah.
He said you guys got into it.
We were about to jump him.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And kudos to him, man. He stood up. I was like, what? This dude knows he's about to get jumped, right? And he was just kind of stood right there, like it didn't run. And we was definitely going to get jumped. Like, I've always fought at the right times and sometimes in the wrong times, but never really too much at the wrong times. But when it calls for it, I'm always down. Dude who I was with, Roz, he was just throw hands regardless, like whatever, because he just loved it. And so me and him were both, we were pressing Jimmy. Like a lot of people, so me saying I'm not a fan of something doesn't really say much. But like I never was a really fan of MGK, and I was like, shit. I was laughing the whole time. I was like, this dude, God. I was like, if I were to go at Eminem, that's exactly how I would do it. You old motherfucker, you angry, all that shit. I'm gonna fuck Lil' Kim. And he didn't hold any punches. I was like, wow, this is really fucking good. I wonder what the fuck's gonna happen. And then what that did was just supply him with all this
arsenal
ammo.
Yeah.
And then he answered like every fucking. He came back on every bar, and the way he did it with like humility and like humor too. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I was just on the treadmill or something. I was just watching this at home." Like, I was like, "Oh, well, shit." Now, like he made light of that, so that those disses, he don't even give a fuck about that. The way he put it in context, and then he smashed him. Like, I think he fucking murdered him. I think both were really, really good, but I don't know what happens next.
Would you ever get on a diss record if someone came at you if they had relevancy?
Oh, absolutely. If they're bigger than me, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Because you're real crafty with your bars.
Yeah.
Going into that, what about the Russ situation over Soundset?
Perfect segue.
That was a segue. I was.
Because earlier I said that on my story. I said, Prof's coming through to the podcast. Any questions? And I had like 3 or 4 people like, ask him about Russ. Ask him about Russ. What's up with Russ?
Yeah. I didn't really know nothing about him. I guess like he had a I think I knew going in that he had a bad reputation
of being cocky and arrogant.
Yeah, just arrogant. I'm like, well, shit. So am I. Whatever. And I'm just moving around. I'm like, oh, he's got a trailer right next to me. I'm like, I'm gonna meet this dude. Like, he seems like a, like, I think his music. I've heard his music. I'm like, it's kind of similar to me because I'll be singing and shit like that. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna definitely introduce myself. That's like, I think that's the best way to network is at festivals, just looking who's around you.
Yeah,
And if you're up here now, there it is. You know, like when I go at festivals, I'm not gonna introduce myself to anybody bigger than me. Like that's just kind of way over there. Where you know, like it's not gonna make any sense if someone goes, Prof, hey, let me get your demo. Like it's not gonna work for me. So moving up, it's not gonna work for me doing it to anybody else. But if you're just chilling outside your trailer and you see another dude, you say what's up, like your neighbors.
Yeah.
Then that's like that's like the best way to meet.
Right. You guys.
That's the best way how I've met artists throughout the years. Like at Rock the Bells and you know other shit like that. So I'm just brushing shoulders and shit and like. I met fucking Capadonna. I'm like, wow. And he's just, you know what? I'll go straight from OG. And all he does is give me so much fucking respect. And, you know, just like very gracious and shit. I'm like, man, it's great. So I'm doing an interview and, you know, I just got off stage and shit. And my homies are in the trailer and we're getting drunk. And so they're probably loud and you can kind of hear them in the trailer. And I'm doing an interview out on the picnic table outside the trailer. And then I hear Russ getting like hyped up with his crew to go perform. You know, we do the same shit. We get loud. We get. It's hard to go from 0 to 60. You know, you gotta you gotta do a couple things, have a shot or whatever.
Yeah. Get pumped up.
Yeah, and then you know you don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke. And then you know, he's saying that shit, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then he's getting into his golf cart. He's got a driver. And I'm like, hey man, Russ, like, I'm with Wonka doing an interview, and Wonka's there too, and he sees it. And I'm like, hey, good luck out there, man. Or I'll say like, have a good show, dude. Good to meet you. Good luck. And he goes, like, he goes like this. He goes, all right, then. And I'm like in the middle of this interview with someone who just like filmed it and watched it. I don't know if it was filmed, maybe it was recorded, or it's in an interview somewhere that's out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like, and I look at Wonka, and he's like, and I'm like, did he say like, all right then? Like, was he just like, all right, or was that like, all right? You know? And I look at Wonka, I'm like. And I'm like, I wasn't quite sure how it was, and after then he left, and I'm like, the interview ended, and then I talked to one. I don't want to bring it up in the interview. I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? I was like, was that? And he was like, yo, that was disrespectful. Fuck, like it was more like, all right, little homie, like shoot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, that's exactly how I felt. And only a couple different words like that, like how you act and how you carry yourself, just means just as much as the words you say and shit.
Yeah, character.
If he was like, all right, homie, you know what I'm saying, like that, but he was like, all right, homie. You know, like I was like, oh man, like I don't think that was like hella disrespectful. And I was talking to Mark. I was like, you feel that same shit? He was like, oh yeah. You know, and so then I'm like, man, fuck. Right away, I was like, fuck that dude. You know.
Yeah.
And especially just like the way he looked when he did it, and how small he is.
You could feel the vibe. You could feel vibes off.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I think if we were in a room in a party or whatever, and like, where would you go? Would you run out of the door, or would you wait there for me to smack you?
Right.
You know, how do you treat people like that? You know, like what's gonna happen? What do you mean? All right then. You know.
You could have said good looking or anything else.
Yeah.
Or you could have been like, all right then. All right.
No, it was genuine. It was genuine cocky
a bitch
disrespect.
Move,
yeah. And when he got on stage and started.
So then I thought about it. I was like, yeah. Like it was just on my mind for a while. And then he got on stage and started saying dumb shit, real stupid shit. You know, like
I'm the only dope artist here or some shit like that.
Yeah. And also he disrespected the fans. He was just like, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna do one for my day one fans. If you don't know every word of this, you can suck my fucking
suck my dick and shit like that.
What? Dude, he's wilding right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just stupid disrespectful.
And there's crazy, like there's hood ass motherfucker. You can be the most gangster motherfucker. Like, you know, like you don't need to walk around acting like that. Like you acting like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you got big dick, motherfucker, you got big dick energy like Capadonna or whatever.
Right.
Motherfucker, you don't need to act like that. You respect shit. You don't give off that energy and shit.
Sure.
Like his energy is just fucking disgusting.
Did you guys have a little Twitter duel or?
Yeah, no, I was like, man, fuck this guy. I thought about it, and I was like, this is what he said. At any time he come around, like, I feel like I could smack him up.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You know, and then he replied like some sub tweet. You know, you're not with my energy tweet or whatever. And rightly so. You know what I'm saying? If I was as big as him, I wouldn't fuck with me. Like that's a setup. That's a trap. You know, I'd eat him up. You know, like
yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if I ever see him like at another if he's at another festival or whatever, like we know what it is. Like something's got to happen, you know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I don't know. Oh no, man! At first I'm like, oh, like the first couple videos came out, I was like, oh. Now he's kind of like stayed around for a while.
Yes,
where I'm kind of like, all right then. Like,
Alright then.
I feel like his marketing strategies are planned precisely. Like I don't think he got robbed for his jewelry.
Nah, I don't think so.
well, those shots in Minneapolis, that was right by my hood. That happened.
Yeah.
That was only a couple blocks away from where I lived.
And I heard something that his shit where he talks shit on his videos, how he's always playing a song in the background. Is this true? If 40 seconds of a song is played in a video, that's a stream.
I don't know.
Someone
business.
was saying that their marketing strategy is crazy. That's why it has 600 million streams or something.
I was wondering when he was like, I got the number one hit over and over and over again.
Right.
I'm like, I haven't heard of any of this. I never heard one of these
kids love
songs.
it, man. I was at a picnic over the weekend and they played the Fifi or whatever with Nicki. I've seen little 10-year-old girls.
Well, that's
got
it.
that wet, got that. I'm like,
It's crazy. Like I get so many requests when I'm on air for Tekashi.
kids love him.
songs. Like he's
he's
on
killing
fire,
shit.
man.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
He's got like a #1 record on America Billboard. It's not one. It's all Spanish, full Spanish. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
He might get fucking shot and killed
I know,
tomorrow.
he talks a lot
It
of
wouldn't
shit.
surprise me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, with the X shit.
I don't know why I asked that. I just want, being, in the game, and he's up and coming artist. I didn't like him either. It was super annoying, but now I respect his marketing. I like that little troll. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. When we started beefing with Game, I was like, get him, Game.
Right.
But then he just kind of stuck around. I'm like,
He's
still
been
here.
talking
Like,
shit to everybody. Chief Keef, all the
Yeah.
dudes. Like, come get me. Nobody
Yeah.
got him. So we'll see, man. We'll see
yeah,
how
that's
it plays
not
out.
a real sustainable lifestyle.
No,
Nah.
not at all. It was
And-
like what did Jay Prince said? He said when you campaign, sooner or later you get elected.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how it
And
plays
what
out.
what are your thoughts on Mac Miller, man? Did you have a relationship with him? Did you?
Nah, I met him in passing a couple times.
Okay. It's too
I thought-
bad, man.
Yeah, I thought he was great, man.
So did I.
And his latest record was like,
That
listened to it
song
and I was like,
2009 is good, dude.
I thought the whole record was
Yeah.
good. I was like, man, this is a really. There's no like radio hits or anything, but I was like, this is like
Personal.
a critically acclaimed. Like,
Yeah.
he just like solidified himself as like an all-time great writer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not just like a rapper or whatever. Like, a lot of those songs were just like, man, this dude is
Right.
a really. He's a grown ass man. He felt his pain and shit, and then.
Yeah, it
I was
was
like,
too
wow.
bad.
I was like, that's 100% respect now. I always thought he was like, when he came in, coming up, at first when anybody comes up, like Tekashi, we were saying,
Right.
this is like young candy,
Right, he ain't gonna
like,
stick around.
oh, what's
Yeah.
this, what's this? So I was a little bit reserved like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Right.
And then over and over again, he was like, oh, but damn, those were actual bars. This young, maybe spoiled brat from the suburbs, maybe,
Right.
who might
Pittsburgh.
be a millionaire. I don't know, he's a white kid. Like, I don't know. But then I'm like, that's, your first impressions. But I'm like, man, those were bars. These are bars. Damn, another song. He was just constantly
Right.
like,
he's just a solid one of the, top
You know,
50
seeing-
all time.
you know,
top 50.
seeing-
That's just like a crazy, weird guess to throw out there.
Right.
There's a lot of rappers.
right.
Seeing the outpour from like the OGs like Snoop and Game and DJ Premier and just a handful of them literally typing, I'm crying as I type this, that just he was like carrying on tradition for that era of hip hop, like the golden era of hip hop. He was kind of that young, what do you want to call it, vessel that was still doing that golden era of music. It's crazy to see that. It was nuts, man.
Yeah, and he carried himself well.
Yeah,
Like,
he did. They
everything,
said he was true to himself. He
Yeah.
didn't try to be anyone else.
He didn't give me an eye.
Everyone fucked with him, right?
He was like, "What's up? Nice to meet you."
Right.
Yeah. Yo, you said, Mac Miller maybe top 50. Does Prof have a top 10 or top 5 all time? Like,
I don't know. I've probably been over that before.
Yeah.
I don't know. Top 10 is too much, man.
top 5?
Once you get to I think for me, there's top 3 maybe.
Yeah, who are your
And
three
then
tops?
4 and 5 and 6, there's so many ties, and it just gets so
True.
crowded in
It
the top
does.
10 that I don't even know what to
Who are
do.
the three you
I think
you relate to?
Jay-Z, number 1. Eminem, number 2.
Okay.
And I don't even know how it goes.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z's number 1 just because he
The
is
Yeah.
the culture for so long.
The
that he
trendsetter.
is rap.
Yeah.
And then Eminem is just number 2 just because of how powerful he is and his
Technicalities.
lyrics and shit. As
Yeah.
a rapper,
Yeah.
he's better. He killed Jay-Z on his own fucking songs and shit.
Right.
And his freestyles, just everything. He's just I think he's the genius. You know what I'm saying? there's not a lot of people that I'll like bow down to and say are like better at me. Like Eminem is a better rapper than me. Always will be. Always has. Always will be. You know.
Yeah.
I think I write better choruses and probably make a better song right now
Right.
than him. But
his
fucking, I'm not gonna fuck with his fucking any of his bars.
Flow is crazy.
And yeah,
For sure.
Like so, and then Jay-Z is just fucking. You know, he's as close as you can get to a god to me. And like, I think he is. Yeah, number one.
Okay.
What's y'all number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Mine is pretty solid every time. I got a top 5. I was really inspired by Southern rap, Scarface, Pimp C, but I love Guru from Gangstar, Slick Rick, and
So you see, I'm in my top 5. I like take into account like impact and like money, like
That's
competition
why- yeah.
and shit too. So like that sounds like a personal, just like personal. Thing.
No, I think Pimp C was a huge impact on the whole South. People don't understand. UGK, Pimp C produced all the records, wrote all the hooks. He did everything. Bun B just rhymed 16s. Like he was a very integral part of that whole that upbringing in down south. Scarface to me is one of the top MCs of all time.
Yeah.
But Guru from Gangstar was a very big inspiration of mine. Slick Rick, and then I'm a big Cameron fan. Jay-Z.
You put Cameron in there.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z's up there. Outkast. It's hard for me to
Oh,
pick.
Outkast. I think that could be my 3. I don't
It's
know.
hard.
That's tough.
But they haven't been doing shit in so long.
Right,
Like,
but no.
For me, a top 1, it's like a top 10 or 5 for me. Like you need to be constantly on top. Like not just really like
True. I know
on
what you
top
mean.
for a little bit. Like it's like overall how you know.
No, Jay's definitely up there. Scarface though, he was on top for a long time with Ghetto Boys and his solo.
Yeah.
It's hard, like you said. It gets crazy after a while.
And I mean, man, Pac. I mean, for me, Pac is my all-time favorite. Like I know he didn't have all the punchlines because I'll say that people are like, well, he wasn't a great rapper, but like he's so influential even
Definitely.
to this day. So I say Pac and Big. I know it's cliche, but Pac, Big, Jay, Nas, and Pun.
In order.
That's in order. My top 5. That Pun rounds out the top 5. Eminem is 6. But I just man, like Pun was incredible.
Yeah, Pun
Yeah,
was
Fun
dope.
was incredible.
Pun was dope.
Yeah.
Top 5
I
is
think-
so fucking
I think-
funny. You could just argue, but it's,
I know.
it's like sick opinion, bro.
And that's why I
you know what I'm
have-
saying. Like
that's why
I,
it's
like
not-
a lot. Some years I wouldn't even be in my top 10. Like,
But I didn't
like,
just throw
whatever.
Pimp C out there as like, oh, Pimp C. I really do think his impact and bounce. I was into South rap for so long.
Yeah, so was I, man. My all blacks and shorts, especially if you get them. These are old and because I'm wearing them in the rain and shit. But if you get some super fresh, out the box, shiny black Reebok classics
Oh, yeah.
with black anklets and some basketball shorts.
That's
It's
great.
over. That's hot.
I've been
That's another different one too. We've had. I swear, everyone has said a different sneaker.
I've been rocking that for a long time. I was doing that during the drunk shows and shit. And then the other day, or like I went a couple years without them, and I saw like an old me back in the day. I'm like, I gotta buy those shoes again.
Hell yeah.
Gotta get those again.
So what's new with Prof? You got a tour coming up?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Any
too.
new music videos and stuff coming out?
I do. I got a new music video and a new tour
Nice.
coming up. A music video, Eulogy, is coming out. We don't know exactly when it's done. It's done. Probably come out in the next 2 weeks.
Who are you working with on that one?
Serial Films,
Okay, yep, they're dope.
and then Thomas,
You still work with Dave
Dave.
Wilson?
Yeah, that dude owes me a video.
He owes us a
he's
lot.
fucking like, he's like a year late on a fucking video right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, but Dave did a couple videos for.
Didn't he do your Trailer Park Boys one?
Yeah, he did that
was
one.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. So we got Eulogy coming out. We got a tour coming up on the East Coast. Check it out.
Yeah. Anything else you wanna tell the people, Prof? Ask him your question. What would you tell an up and coming kid right now that's thinking about doing music or thinking
Dropping
about taking
jewels.
this? Do you have any jewels you want to drop to a young up and coming artist?
Oh man, if you're not willing to do it for free for your whole life, don't do it. Don't even start.
Real.
Because you're probably not gonna make it. And if you don't just love it and you're just doing it for free anyways, then you're not gonna do the work it takes, or you're not gonna hang on as long
Right.
as I have to fucking
Yeah,
start getting this shit. You need to really just fucking love it. If you're in it for the bread and shit, that's a 0% chance of happening.
Yeah.
I mean, like really, I don't almost just say even if you love it or not, like don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't really try and do it.
Words from Mr. Prof.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard. You
It's
know.
a grind, man.
Yeah.
takes a lot out of you.
I would say, I mean, professional athletes. There's a grip of
Right.
motherfuckers on a football team. How many teams? Grip of basketball teams.
Right.
You way better odds being a professional athlete than being a professional rapper.
Right.
Way better odds.
Episode 50.
Episode 50. One last thing. A lot of producers listen to this. If they want to send you beats, can they send? Is there an email they can send you?
Yep. info@stophousegroup.com.
Info is
And I'm always listening for new beats. Always.
Okay.
Even if I'm off cycle or whatever, like I'm on tour, I'm not gonna write to him for a while. Like I'll still be. This is dope dibs. Like, I'll keep that.
Okay. Cool. We appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by.
Woo!
Episode 50, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be here.